Hi guys, and welcome to the new series, which will be building the Atlanta Falcons. So the idea of this series is we'll go through the Ultimate Teams season and we will only be using Atlanta Falcons players. So I did this last year with the Lions and the Cowboys and it did really well, and it's a really fun series and it gets a lot of engagement from you guys, which is the main thing. But if you're excited for the series and you're excited for seeing full Falcons team gameplay, drop a like on the video and also comment down below on anything I mention in the episode. But to start with, we're going to use a team of free agents. As you can see here, the team is terrible. And one thing I should mention is we have Boswell just for the focused kicker chemistry, because we're kicking without that and all the lag is nearly impossible for me. So without him, we would never be able to get a field goal. But what we'll be doing to start with is we'll start with this team of free agents, and we will be adding Falcons players in slowly but surely until we get a full Falcons squad, and then obviously we'll try and win the Super Bowl in the seasons with the Falcons team. So if you haven't seen this series before, the main premise is we'll get all the bronze players, then we'll get the silvers, then the golds, then the elites, but that does depend on how you guys want to do it. So if you guys want to get some elites in earlier, get some golds in or some silvers in earlier, do let me know down in the comments who you really want me to put in the team. But I do want to get some bronzes and silvers in a little bit early, because otherwise if we get a team full of elites, there'll be absolutely no point getting the bronze and silvers in the team. And the main idea for this series is that we might find some hidden gems along the way, but it's to get every single Falcons player or players who have a Falcons card. Just as a little example here, Devin Hester does a Falcons jersey on his card, but he might be part of the series, he might not, I'm not sure. That also depends on what you guys think, so let me know down in the comments about that. But as I was saying, the main premise about the series is to get every single Atlanta Falcons player playing in the team and hopefully winning a Super Bowl or multiple Super Bowls with loads of varieties of them. So now I'll show you the whole Atlanta Falcons lineup that we can use. So guys, these are all the players that the Atlanta Falcons have on the game currently. As you can, I'm sure you'll notice there are a few duplicates in there, but we'll use, I'm thinking the best way to do it is use different versions of players, because certain versions might play better than others. So Vic Beasley, for an example, he does have a 94 card, but maybe his 90 motivators card plays better or is better for the team than the 94. So it'll be a good way also for you guys to maybe, you might never have thought of picking up that Vic Beasley or picking up the Matt Ryan elite card. This could be the thing or the reason that makes you pick it up and could take your game to the next level. But anyway, what I'm going to start with each episode, I'll cross off the players we've put in the team, so you can see the progress throughout the series, how many players we have, what players we haven't used, and what players you want me to use, which, as I have said, do leave down in the comments section. And also, if you are enjoying the series and if you enjoy the whole idea of the series, I will be doing it for other teams, but hopefully you do enjoy going through the Falcons. And if I see a lot of engagement from certain people, they'll have sort of a better say in what team I do next, because I will be doing this with more than one team, because I think this idea will last around a month. We can get a good 20-30 episodes out of this to get every player in and hopefully win a Super Bowl. But anyway, what I'm going to do to start with this episode is I'll get some bronzes in. I don't want to get elites in very early on. I mean, I'm happy to if you guys want me to, but personally, I'd rather get the bronzes and silvers, just get the games or get used to the team a bit before we upgrade to the elites. But I'm really excited to start some bronze gameplay, because it really will be a challenge. This will not be an easy series whatsoever. But now I'll jump into the team with the players we'll add. So guys, these are the bronze players that I currently have for the Falcons. To start with, since we have two quarterbacks we're going to have to get through, I am going to go with a quarterback. I'm going to go with Renfrey to start with, just because he's the lower rated, and obviously I want to progress through the series and we'll progress up to a 63. Not a huge difference, but it certainly will make a difference. If you look at them stats, it's going to be pretty difficult, because his throwing is going to be so inaccurate. It's going to make any gameplay or any throws very hard with him, and we don't even have a great running back to fall on, because I'm going to be using Johnson as well as King. But we'll get King in. You know, he's quick. He's not going to get burnt deep by too many players. Obviously, he'll have a lot less speed than the really high elite guys. a terrible play rec there on 49. So, and if I put him in a zone, that might be the best way to deal with him. Even though he does have low zone coverage, that might still be the best way to deal with it, because he'll be sitting in that zone and he can patrol that zone pretty quickly. But the third player is Gus Johnson, who's pretty decent for a bronze card, to be fair. He's reasonably quick, 85 speed and acceleration, I think it was, with 83 carrying, which for me are the main three attributes, along with trucking, but he just doesn't have trucking. So 3 out of 4 for the first bronze card we get in the team isn't too bad. And this is how the team is lining up now. Any Falcons player, I'm going to put them to a starter instantly, even if they're a worse overall than the players we currently have in the lineup. So the O-line, for example, there aren't any bronze free agent O-linemen. But if we get a Falcons bronze who is an O-lineman, and I'm pretty sure there is one, we'll put them ahead of the free agents. Rating doesn't matter to me in this. It's just getting a Falcons team and getting some wins under the belt. But I don't want to talk too much before we get into the gameplay, because there will be 1 or 2 games at the end or the latter part of every episode, just to see how the team's doing. And I'm sure that's what you guys want to watch. A hell of a lot of gameplay. This episode will have more intro than the others. The other intro will be about 2-3 minutes, and then we'll get a lot more gameplay, and so there'll be a lot more gameplay heavy, which is what I want to see with this series. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Like I said, if you do enjoy this idea of a series, drop a like on the video. Let's try and hit 20 likes for the first episode of the series. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new, because there'll be a hell of a lot more Ultimate Team series and episodes coming out soon. But now I'll jump into the game. Into the first game we go, and unfortunately none of our top players are actually Falcons yet, but we've got silver top players, and we're against someone who has a reasonable team. I mean, he had an elite team, but thankfully he had 2 of his best players were quarterbacks, so that immediately just gets rid of one of his best players straight away. But he is coming, laying the lumber there with a huge hit on our running back. Fortunately he holds on to that, because I thought he was gone at that point. But making our way upfield slowly and steadily this drive, we're getting our reads. We're throwing to people who are wide open, because with a bronze quarterback you have to throw to someone who is wide open, because their throwing is a little bit haphazard at times. As you can see, he's picking out some pretty nice throws here and there. But Renfrey, every now and again, I don't know if I'll include it in the video, he just makes ridiculous throws. Like, it will be absolutely nowhere near where I want to throw it, which is a huge hindrance of having a bronze quarterback, because other positions, bronze or silver players, can be decent, but for a quarterback it's very hard. Saying that, he throws an absolute dot there to get us on the 1 yard line, and all we have to do from here is run it in. And I'm thinking I'm going to go for a toss play, but I see on the left hand side his guy on the right hand side, his guy on the far right might be able to cut in and get that, so we just pump it up the middle, and we keeps his legs churning, does Johnson, and we get in for the first touchdown of the series. Pretty good opening drive, I think. I don't think you can ask for a better opening drive there. About 8 plays, I think it was, and we get in for a nice rushing touchdown. And a theme you're probably going to see in this series, because it happens to me all the time, is we get caught on the 1 yard line. I always seem to get caught on the 1 yard line. But anyway, on defence here, I can't use the D-line at the moment. I have to use the linebacker and cover certain routes, because otherwise they just won't be covered. And luckily for us, on the first play on defence of the whole series, we get a user pick with Babin, I think it was. So not a Falcons player, but he's already making a nice case to get MVP for the team so far with a user pick. And on offence, also, the quarterback is making a nice case, and so is Johnson at running back, to be honest. But we sneak that one in, once again, up to the 1 yard line, as always. A little bit of a theme going on. But my opponent, he wasn't a bad player. I mean, he's only had 1 play on offense. He's just getting a little bit unlucky. On defense, I think he's just calling the wrong coverage plays. But, I'm going to take advantage of it where I can, because when you have a bronze team and you're coming up against elites, you've got to take advantage of it. But he rolls out nicely there and picks up a first down. I'm really trying to get the fumble on him. I'm smashing the strip button there, because, it's Dak Prescott. He should be fumbling if he has 3 players on him and I'm trying to strip him. But anyway, I'm just going to try and lurk over the middle where I can. He goes for the perfect play call there, I think. He sends 4 guys deep, and I'm in cover 2. I think he got very unlucky there not to get something out of that. I'm not sure exactly how he didn't, but he gets a really nice catch there to make up for it. So he's driving downfield pretty nicely on this drive. 14-0. He could get the score and get a ball at half, make it an even game. And it's coming into the half, but Mitchell there, nice little lurking interception. Now, I can't claim credit for that whatsoever, but that's 2 turnovers, and we've got a touchdown on each of our offensive drives. Nice little throw there to Ford, and he absolutely demolished
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
My opponent there with that play. That is absolutely disgusting to see. That's something that just shouldn't happen, to be honest. He just trucked the hell out of that guy. And I like the thing they've added at the top where it's instead of just saying use a pick now, it says like use a truck and use a power move, and it makes you feel a bit better about the game, that you're making more of an impact than you would have been before. But he's going with a lot of play actions here, because against the lower rated players, my opponents really should be going with more play actions, which is why I'm sending a lot more blitzes, because if they get a play action, my players' play rec and awareness is so low that they just bait. They fall for it every time, and a pass deep will work a hell of a lot of the time. But he does turn the ball over on 4th down there, saying that. And we're going to get Johnson. As you can see, he is an absolute tank. I mean, I think we've already maybe found a hidden gem for the series. But my opponent going a lot of cover 3. So in cover 3, someone's going to be open on the right-hand side. If I send 3 guys there and once someone's not open instantly, Hester will be wide open over the middle. And I'm just going to abuse that because I know it's going to happen. And on this play, I have a few reads, but I see the corner out it could potentially work. I mean, I have 9 seconds left. I'll risk it, and it comes in for the touchdown there. So it's 27-0 at this point with our bronze free agent / Falcon team. Going to go with a little fake play here. I think he tries to read it, because otherwise he could have got in and got a sack. But we do get the 2-point conversion, and we go up 29-0. I'm moving into the second half. You know, he has a point to prove at this point. He needs to get some big plays, and very unfortunately there, wide open drop. I think that was Will Fuller, who always drops the ball for me, so I thought that was a little bit of karma there. Will Fuller not dropping it for me, but dropping it for my opponents. And he is making his way downfield reasonably nicely every now and again. As you can see, his reads aren't bad. I think he's just got reasonably unlucky on certain plays. But this nice little end around here could be game over. Our safety makes a very nice play, and he's going to run hurry up. I'm pretty sure he's going to throw it on this 2nd and 1. There's no reason not to throw it, because he can throw it on 3rd down. So I'm the formation. I know at least 2 guys are going to go over to the left-hand side just by the way they're lined up. But one goes over the field, but we make a very nice user pick there with Babin getting a 2nd user pick, and that is our first win of the series. First game, first win. And that is the end of the episode. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos coming out soon. And I will see you guys soon, hopefully, in those videos.